So my presentation is called The Olsen Twins and the Anti-Beauty Movement. When I was doing my book proposal, I really found myself asking pretty much the whole time, what is up with the Olsen twins style? I think this is a question that we all have found ourselves asking over the years while watching these twins pretty much develop into the fashion powerhouse that they are now. And if you recall from my book, I had a chapter proposal entitled Influencing the Business, and this really just took a look at the metamorphosis that Mary-Kate and Ashley's look has taken over the years from the time we saw them on Full House until now. And so many kind of describe that their look as hobo or fashion antithesis, vintage, avant-garde, bohemian, homeless chic, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much kind of a grungy slash dressed up look that skillfully mixes scarves, oversized glasses, rugged boots, loose sweaters, lots of layers, flowy skirts, dresses. Everything is very, very casual, but it's always played up with like a great Chanel bag or a great heel. So in this visual show, we want to just take a look at the Olsen twins prior to their huge transition into this fashion look during the transition period, and then kind of how they look now and how that's really pretty much springboarded a huge movement in fashion that has copied their style. So if we were to rewind just shortly back to them in their late teens, we can really see from this next visual that there was a desire pretty much from them and their management to probably be fairly cookie cutter. It was very safe, very cute. They were very matchy, as you can see, very feminine. It was just fun. It was young, it was youthful. It was what we were pretty much used to seeing them in. There wasn't a whole lot of deviance from the norm, and that did not happen exactly, in fact, until about 2002. And in the next image, we really see them first start to have this blossoming out, so to speak. This was at the premiere of In a New York Minute, and we see that Mary-Kate has really done this whole Madonna, like grungy 80s look with layered pearls, and Ashley has gone boho chic. And from that time on, as we see pictures of them on the campus of NYU and so forth and so on, we really are starting to see that they were coming into this sort of eccentric style that has developed presently. So we see them do their own thing, and then we start to see a bit of the eccentricity come out when they're doing like huge dresses and crazy sweaters, and they have pretty much developed this whole look that can be signature stated as Olsen-ish. So fashion critics have had their say, we've all had our say, and the opinions pretty much run the gamut from disapproval to admiration when it comes to this new current Olsen trademark look that we're seeing now in the images, which is very, very way off the radar from the point that they started in their early teens prior to that and then up until now. So I would even go so far in my studies as to say that the Olsens really have been influential in almost modernizing the feminist movement through fashion. I mean, they've really taken this idea of anti-beauty, anti-classic, anti-acceptable. So none of the silhouettes are the same. It's all very layered, kind of even frumpy, but they've just turned it on its head and made it this style that is definitely not the norm, but they've made it kind of acceptable. And their approach really is about personal expression. It's about comfort. It's about individual preference. It's about what works for you. And you can see that it's trickled down from the runway to the street. I mean, the last couple images we saw were basically pictures from fashion shows, and here's some girls emulating that look. And this is just all in the last couple of years when they've really brought this fashion style to the forefront. So I would say that their style definitely, it doesn't follow the traditional norms, which is what makes it anti-beauty. But it's so relevant and so current to the fashion environment of today. I, for one, applaud their choices. I do sometimes find myself scratching my head a little, like, what are they thinking? But it works. It just definitely works. And I think that their understanding and their expression of fashion and style, as quirky as it is definitely something that's going to serve to further not just their brands like Olsen Boy and the Row and all the different things they've developed, but it's going to serve to bring a refreshing new spin I would say, to fashion and design as a whole. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick little run through of the Olsen's development of style and how it has influenced us and the runways and the street. And I definitely think that we can all get on board with this anti beauty movement and make it